What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Thursday. One more day to go. We're almost set for the weekend. Thank you for spending a portion of your Thursday with me. Hopefully, y'all have had an awesome week. Mine has been long and fun. So it's kind of this weird dichotomy where it was like, oh man, at the end of every day, I was like, whew, I'm beat. But there's some cool, fun stuff going on. Not a whole lot of the figure front, but there was a bunch of stuff. I was getting texts, messages from people. And of course, I'm going to talk about this later on in the second hour roundabouts about Hasbro. And this is Skyfall, and it's Hasbro done with toys. And more on that soon. But short answer, spoiler, no. But there were some cool things. Before I get any further, I need to make sure I thank the Lyles Figure Files VIP members. That's Lawson Wallace, Blake Tarpley, David Thanos, Henry G, John Morrissey, MOC Turtle, Jamelin Parks, James Green, Badger Wolf Prime, Lefty Two Lions BK, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, Jay Woods, Ryan Daly, Tom Finn 2018, and Retro Robo. Thank you so much for the assistance, keeping this channel going strong. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It's giving me more time and effort and abilities to go do videos like finally done, produced, edited, recorded, and uploaded the long-awaited X Factor, breaking down issues 1 through 11 and a couple of issues beforehand before it all got underway, and my wish list for the first 11 issues plus annual #1 of X Factor. One of my all-time favorite titles. It was one of those that got me into the whole mutant mayhem that was at Marvel Comics at the time. And definitely going to be doing the part 2. Thank you so much for all the comments. So that was definitely encouraging. While we're here, drop in a few suggestions on other title runs you'd like to see me tackle too. X Factor part 2 is definitely coming. I'm trying to decide if I need to make that part 2 of 3 or 4, because at some point X Factor's run, it kind of runs out of viable figures. And it's just, hey, these great figure ideas that I've already come up with from the Fall of the Mutants on, not a lot to add to the wish list. But there are some other characters I still want to see in that line from X Factor. So we'll get to it. Let me know what other ones you'd like to see me tackle too. And a lot of folk here tonight. Love to see that. And another thing that I'm going to be doing tonight, won't be just any night, is talking about this giveaway that my friends have over at Lionsgate have provided for me, which I am, of course, in turn providing back to you. That is a lot of times, if you check out my brother site, Lyles Movie Files, that's the podcast that we do, but my main website is lylesmoviefiles.com. That's where you'll see all of my movie reviews, my TV recaps when I get on the ball and start recapping, the comic book reviews that I do every week, and the action figure reviews. So you can find that stuff. I post on it daily, so you can check it out, see what's new there. But I have a lot of giveaways for movies, and typically the movie giveaways are focused in the area I'm in, the DMV. So I'll have giveaways for screenings, early advance showings of films coming up the week of a new release in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. But this time, Lionsgate hooked me up with some passes for Flight Risk, the new Mark Wahlberg movie, and it's in theaters. It opened last week. But this is kind of a rarity, so I'm going to be able to give away passes where you can go. I think the value is worth 2 tickets, so you can go all out and see it on the highest screen possible. Maybe it's on IMAX, because there's not a lot playing in theaters, but you can actually get passes to see it wherever you are. It's not limited to the DMV. It is the US, but you're all good if you want to check it out. And just to keep things fun and interesting, randomly throughout the show, I'll go, hey, check this out. It's time for another giveaway for Flight Risk. And let's see here. Pull it up there. There's the picture. There it is. Y'all need a pilot? Hey. So So if I were to say, for example, right now, if you went in on the flight risk giveaway to get 2 passes, let's give you the link so you can actually do this. We'll start off this fun right now, and let's do that. I'm going to say in the comments, you all just need I need a ticket. No, just need a ticket. Let's just make that simple. Hashtag ticket. Do that, you will automatically be entered in. So you just put in the chat hashtag tickets. You're all set to go. So if you do so right now, you'll be entered to get 2 tickets, and I will do that very soon. So all you've got to do is start texting away. There you go. Great. I see the entries starting. I'll let it run until 8:15, at which point I'll do a drawing, and you'll see it live here on Loudspeaker Files. Keeping things fun, keeping things interesting. So next up, let me check and see who's here first, and then I'll ask you all my favorite question of the week. Snake Eyes, howdy partner, how are you? All about the villains. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? I am starring your next comments for when I talk about that, but rest assured, I will be talking about it. Ditto for you, Lost and Wallace, my man. 80s kid from the 90s is here. What's up? Brent Dash, what's up, Thursday Night Crew? What's up, Brent? And this one too. King Collector, the king, is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up, King? Agent of Gen Z. I refuse to believe no more legends. No more mutants. No more legends. Just kidding. Badger Wolf Prime is here. Greetings, plastic family. What's up, Badger Wolf Prime? Good to see you. King Collector, I made it this time. Last night I fell asleep like 10 minutes before the movie file started. Missed the whole thing. And it was a lot of fun. You missed it. But it's available on the replay. You can always check that out. It's up now. Give it a go. Let's see. Ryan Daly. What's up, peeps? What's up, Ryan Daly? How are you? Justin Huber is here as well. Hey, guys. Blake Tarpley. Sup, figure filers? Hey, Jeff. What's up? Fly, Eagles, fly. I mean, for the sake of not seeing the Chiefs win yet another Super Bowl, I will begrudgingly sign off on that and let that slogan go through here. But in any other circumstances, no. I wish Washington had won. I really wanted to see a rematch of Super Bowl so long ago. I don't even remember. Was it Super Bowl 22? Washington and Buffalo? That'd have been fun. And at least we would have seen like a relatively new Super Bowl champion at that point. G Brew. What's up, boys? What's up, G Brew? Stephen Komarek. Hopefully I said that correctly. Hello. How are you? Vintage Bob. Hey, guys. I don't know about Hasbro, but Marvel Select delayed Annihilus till March. It was due for release yesterday. That's how that goes. 2 more minutes if you want 2 passes for Flight Risk starring Mark Wahlberg. Doing the drawing in a few more moments. So far, we've got 8 entries. Still time if you want in on it. Guaranteed winner of several tonight. This won't be the only time we do it. Justin Huber, I got the grievous cough today. Well, hopefully it's better than Grievous's. Although if it makes your voice sound cool like that, there you go. You be playing. What is up, Jeffrey and the Figure Files crew? What's up, you be playing? How are you? Agent of Gen Z. Well, Diamond is losing the license. This is true. Roberts, Infinite Realms. Hey, what up, party people? Party people. Long day. I save my thoughts on Hasbro later. K and M are close together. Yes, that's what happened. Yes. Retirement Select is the one to worry about. Yeah, they may not be here. Maurice Phillip. Good times on all. What's up, Maurice? How are you, my man? Time is money, always. All right, it's 8:15. So let's do this thing right now. 8 entries. Who is going to win this thing? All right, let's see. Draw. Draw, Pilgrim. Oops. Let's share that screen there so y'all can see who won. It looks like it's the guy himself, David Thanos. Congratulations. You have won 2 passes, 2 flight risks. You have my email address, so you can hit me up right away, and I will send you 2 passes at the end of this show. So congratulations, David. You won 2. Don't worry, there'll be another one. Maybe as soon as 8:30 or 8:45. Stay tuned. All right. Jeez, finish, Bob. You ordered a Nihilist in January 2024? Man, that was a long time when you pre-ordered it. And now it's going to be even longer. Justin, I am so sorry. I did have it. I forgot to download it, but I will make sure I have it up soon. Maybe I'll put it in before the next one. King Collector. Yeah, it'll be really messed up if Marvel Select goes away for good. Do they have a lot of stuff that people are waiting and looking forward to besides the Annihilus figure? I guess Archangel still, right? Excuse me. Omega 579. Hey, what's happening? What's up, Omega? How are you? Jamelin, always happy to see you as well, my man. Glad this week is just about done. Yeah. Hey, yo. What's up, David Thanos? Winner of our first giveaway for those flight risk tickets. Congratulations. King Collector, Marvel Select is my go-to for big Marvel characters. I must say that Titanium Man, I don't see how Marvel Legends can top it. It is so great. It is an amazing figure, and he scales pretty excellently next to my Marvel Legends Iron Man. I mean, that figure is just nice, bulky, broad, and even better, I don't have to do any crazy rearranging of the shelf to put the Marvel Select Titanium Man in my Marvel Legends Iron Man display. Badger Wolf Prime, this felt like an exceptionally long week. I slept most of today away. I did that yesterday when I came home from work. I was like, this is it. I think I woke up like 10 minutes before Movie Files, but it has been wild. Ryan Daly, do you think we'll get the Substance action figures? Maybe not. Maybe not. Agent of Gen Z, all you need to do to enter into the next giveaway, which will be soon, is put the hashtag of which I will give you soon. King Collector, their Immortal Hank, their Immortal Hulk was a game changer, and their Destroyer is awesome. Yeah, the Destroyer was pretty cool, and I didn't get it at the time, and I was like, "Oh, that looks good. I've got to get it." Because there's always, I haven't had any worries about Marvel Select figures selling out because my comic book store, Third Eye Comics, does a really good job of having a backlog of those figures. So it's not like, oh no, they're sold out everywhere. And that looked really cool. And then Marvel Legends dropped one with a cool Thor figure, and I was like, well, guess I don't need that one. But the Diamond Select one is pretty cool too. Right. You're right about that. I was trying to think about a different way to do it, but yeah, it was pretty messed up there. Awful situation. One of my you guys who were watching on Movie Files, our good friend Norris works for the Coast Guards. He was out actually responding to that situation. That's why he wasn't on last night. Kelly Cox. Hey Jeff. Hey everyone. How are you, Kelly? Greg Archer. Been a while. What's up, Jeff in chat? What's up, Greg? How are you? Lawson, Jeffrey, I loved your X Factor video. Thank you. I spent a lot of time on it, but it was so much fun. And hopefully Dan and the Marvel Legends team take a look at it and go, oh, yeah, we need to do these figures too. Hopefully we'll get the full X Factor in their X-Terminator outfits and the Marauders this week. There was a Psylocke book, and my guy Scalp Hunter somehow become a hero. I'm still baffled at that. Those guys were immense immensely great villains and totally irredeemable, except for modern Marvel, where even the most horrific villains could become heroes. We could be heroes. David Thanos, I am going to hold on to that because I haven't gotten there just yet, my friend. Let's see. Brian P. Man, I keep forgetting about these Thursday chats. Every Thursday. Woodman 29. Evening, everyone. What's up? How are you? All right, let's see here. Gotta catch up to my chat. Everybody's rolling. All right. Well, let me ask you all, what you got this week? For me, it was this guy. I did not feel like waiting around for the inevitable Target clearance sale. Also, because this chase version has been really, really hard to just see randomly on the shelves. I typically, when I go to Target and they've got the new line of Legends and they've got the chase, this is never a big deal. And because their chases are just like, here's the alternate colors of this figure. That's the main version. The Farouk one, no problem. Even when they were on clearance to 670 or 689, he was sitting there alongside a regular one. So if I really wanted it, I could have gotten it. The only one I didn't get was Kurt Angle. But they're making more Kurt Angle figures. I wasn't like, oh man, I've missed out on the one Kurt Angle figure they're going to do. But for Rick Rude, the Dangerous Alliance, one of my favorite factions ever. I had to get this. The other one, I wasn't really feeling the tight design. I mean, I'll probably get it when it hits 689 if it's still on the shelves. But this one I absolutely needed to get. This was my only pickup of the week. But maybe I'll have another one by this time next week because GameStop said, hey, Power Girl and Guy Gardner are going to be shipping soon. And we've already seen pictures. People already have them in hand doing reviews. So I love that about McFarlane Toys. When something goes up, it's not going to take months and months and months, and even a year before you get your pre-order in. So very excited about getting those two. And my McFarlane toy collection continues to grow and grow to astronomical proportions, the likes of which I was not anticipating when I got that Action Comics Superman and the Detective Comics Batman. Now it's just massive, sprawling across multiple shelves in my collection. All right, let's see. David Thanos, you got Krusty the Clown, Guile, DJ, Leatherneck. How do you like those guys? The new Leatherface from NECA and Secret Wars Spidey just came in. Which was your favorite figure that you got? Sean, we're going to talk about the Mythic Legions Dragon today. You want to? I don't know anything about that figure, but what you think about it? Brent Dash had a great find today. Apocalypse Toy Biz Build-A-Figure, Puck, and Sauron Build-A-Figure. What did you pay for him? Asian or Gen Z? Anyone else buying Heat Toy Shredder? I haven't gotten any of those. But what's the deal? Did you like it? Dark Six Soldier. I wonder if G.I. Joe will be affected. No. Short answer again. Blake Tarpley. Oh, Select fulfills the War Machine plus Hobgoblin. Oh, those are still in there too. Jeez. They've got a backlog of stuff for people to get. Evening to you too, Woodman. You be playing. Good toy week for me. Got Copper Kid to round out the Silverhawks. Where did you get Copper Kid from? An amazing 3D print of the Sky Cutter for Thundercats. Definitely happy. Nice. I do need to round out my Silverhawks. You can see Steelheart is just not open. I have her, but I definitely need Copper Kid and Hot Wing. Dynamite Entertainment released their new Silverhawks book. Issue 1 dropped yesterday. It was fun because they didn't jump immediately to them being Silverhawks. They're spending a little bit more time building up to them, which was pretty cool. We got to see some stuff I won't spoil, but it was really exciting. So I'm digging what I read so far. Looking forward to the next issue. That alongside Space Ghost, Dynamite starting to step up as a comic brand to pay attention to. And also Red Coat, one of my favorite books, period, from Ghost Machine from Image drop, as well as Hornsby and Halo. I always want to say Halo and Hornsby. That's another good book from Image/Ghost Machine. Check those books out. I still have to read all my DC books for this week. A little bit behind. Shocker. Henry G, what up, guys? What's up, man? How are you? What's going on, Thursday crew? Hope everyone is doing great. I am. It's Thursday. How about you, my man? Vintage Bob, I suspect we'll never see a Nihilist from Marvel Select with a bankruptcy and all that. He's probably already long past production, so it's just a matter of them getting a little bit more money to keep things going. Typically when they file for bankruptcy, it's not like right away, so you should be safe to get him, provided they don't push the delay out to August or something like that. G Brew, nice. Picked up DC Classics, The Question, really good figure. Mattel's DC Multi Starfire, flame effects for Pyro. Where'd you get those? Biolante figure, new X-Men Jean Grey bus, Super Sons Omnibus, great book. DC Collectibles Wonder Woman, Death's Head graphic novel, great selection of stuff you got there. Agent of Gen Z, Deadpool 3 and Wolverine are my most wanted select. Nice. Henry G says Marvel Select also hasn't released their War Machine yet. See, that's interesting because that Marvel Legends one was another. I'm like, well, I'm good. And again, the size up for the Marvel Select figures is always kind of dicey. So, and it sucks for everybody who's wanting that one. King Collector. Yeah, still got a few Marvel Select pre-orders I'm waiting for. Which ones are you? The same three? Annihilus, War Machine. What was the third one that I just blanked on that fast? I feel like there's one other one. Boris Mortis. Evening, Jeff. How are things? Good, Boris Mortis. How are you, my friend? Titanium Man is a really nice one. He is such a great figure. And the paint job, standout. Lawson, Legends need to give us a classic unicorn. Yeah. See, when y'all go over there, it's so funny because I'm like, I don't know unicorn. I have to do some more research. Samuel, I'm going to answer your question about G.I. Joe and all that good stuff very soon. Don't worry. Just relax. Don't panic. It's okay. Jibru, Vampirella, The Essential Warren Years, a bunch of books, art books of pulp novel covers, Ghostbuster pins, Riot Girl punk scene pins, other pins. Nice. Michael Solis, it's Figure Files time. You better believe it. Lawson, finished Baba here, but most large figures don't have great articulation, to be fair. But yeah, Diamond Select articulation isn't the best. Yeah, I really wish someone had the license for Invincible figures because someone, see, that's one where, gosh, if Jada Toys had that one, oh man, that would be like one of my new favorite lines because Jada, of course, does amazing articulation. I think that's a license where there's a ton of characters, but they could knock out the heavy hitters and just keep adding on to the ranks year after year. So I would love to see them get that one. Henry G, I sold my Marvel Select Destroyer figure. Was so glad when Legends came out with theirs. Absolutely. DJ Jedi. What's up, y'all? What's up, DJ? How are you? Oh, and I bought the Police's second album on vinyl, new pressing, and picked up my comics. Which comics did you get, G Brew? Hustle SM. Hello, Jeff. Hello, chat. What's up, Hustle? How we doing? Henry G. Yes, thanks for reminding me, Lawson. That X Factor video was epic. Thank you. Lost it. I hope Dan and the Legends team sees your X Factor video and takes note that Jean Grey is wearing yellow boots. Yes, I still am baffled how that got away. I'm like, Dan Nakayama is always like, here you go. It's a classic version of the figure that you asked me to draw. I don't know why they don't just wait for him to send in his drawings back because that's all they really need for their model for the figures. It's like, oh, that's how the figure's supposed to look. But yeah, that would really baffle me, especially since they got Cyclops right. It's like, how did you mess that up? And it was like, oh, from like the shins up, she's a great figure. And it's like, what happened? I need my customizer friends in the chat to let me know the perfect paint match because I've got to do that. And then hopefully when we get the inevitable red and yellow repaint, it's covered this time with yellow boots as well. They don't call him Scalp Hunter anymore. I know they don't. They call him what, Gray Crow? But Scalp Hunter was such a cool bag on him. Yellow! Andre Montalongo. So now I've got the Coldplay song stuck in my head. Thank you. King Collector. Yes. Marvel Select Titanium Man and Crimson Dynamo. Filling out that Winter Guard lineup. Yes. DJ Jedi. I too loved your X Factor video. Great work. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear this. Glad to hear you guys enjoyed it. It was fun for me doing it up. David Thanos. Love that chase. I put Goldberg's U.S. title on it. Oh, you better believe it. Because to me, the best U.S. champs are Rick Rude and Lex Luger. We had our classics with Magnum, but man, it is Lex Luger, the dude who had his reign when he was a face, then went heel. I mean, come on. How often does that happen? And Rude just went through a murderer's row of heavy hitters. Sting, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Dustin Rhodes, and Nikita Koloff still held on to the title. Got to be one of the best. King Collector, yes. Got to get that Rude and Sid. I think the initial panic's worn off on Sid, so he's showing up on shelves when the rest of that lineup showed. He was the only one that I wasn't seeing, so not too worried. He'll be okay. Let's see here. Yes, it does suck that it didn't have the tattoo. I don't understand what happened with that. That is not what they normally do, and it's just such a weird omission from those guys because they're normally right on it. Andre, I just bought the McFarlane Joker Interrogation Room set for $59.99. Did I get this for a good price? I don't collect these in the boxes in new condition. I don't know. That didn't sound like a terrible price. So hopefully it was a good one for you. I guess the important thing is if you like it. Agent of Gen Z, I got the Monkey Man Build-A-Figure for $50 total steal. That is a good one. Whole wave. Lawson, I got the Shazam figure in the mail this week. And what did you think? Is it worthwhile? All About the Villains. McFarlane, you pre-order, it shows up like 3 weeks later. Yeah, it's I love that. You don't have to wait around for his stuff. Lawson. I also got Geoforce last week. Which version? Green or orange? Henry G. My DX9 Red Storm size swipe came in this week. Also, Thundercats Ultimate's Cat Lair. Ain't even thinking about opening that thing no time soon. Gotta show a picture of how big that box is. I just need to see how insane the space it takes just with the box alone. Blake, I ordered the Motu Masterverse New Eternia oversized Horde Trooper. Did you get 1 or 3? They look so cool. Also pre-ordered the Real Blast, which looks like he has some action features. Guns rotate out of his wrist. Yes. Real Blast was a fun figure. I didn't get him when he originally came out, but I got the classics version and he was so much fun. So I'm looking forward to whatever they do with the Masterverse take on him. He's going to be wild. Greg Archer, 4 Saw Vipers, nice. Xandar, Leatherneck, Mayfex, Boba Fett, and Vintage Collection Dark Troopers. Walmart clearance, $11, and Clone Commander Rex. I love when Walmart does clearances. It's not really a clearance. It's like you can take it down below $10, guys. What Superman are you talking about, Justin? All About the Villains. I just got Orion and Wildcat. Excuse me. What you think? Vin Doom. Picked up the Yellow Park D16 Megatron. Nice. The Squadron Supreme 2-pack Hyperion and pre-ordered Icon. Nice. Omega 579. I didn't get anything new, but I did do the Titanium mod. Oh, nice. How'd it turn out for you? Lost in. Oh, I got Golden Age Batman and Ace the Bat Hound this week also. Very nice. Does Ace have any articulation or is he just one of the statue animals that we normally see from this line? All About the Villains. Heat Boy Shredder is a must-have. Nice. Brian P. This is my haul for the month. Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Straxus. Marvel Legends Agent Venom Titania. Doctor Strange Wong 2-pack on sale. How much did you get it for on sale? And NECA Christopher Lee Horror of Dracula on sale. Always great to get figures on sale. The only time it's better to get them on sale is when they're on clearance or for free. But that never happens. Robert, I got Dark Miss Marvel. Really? Yeah, it's looking like my order's processing soon, but they say that for every pre-order on Pulse now. Secret Wars Spidey, Masterverse Evelyn, Classified Storm Shadow version 2, Valorverse Mystery Box. What's in the box? What's in the box? It's 835. Let's do another one. All right, so let me do this again. Oops. Let me do this. Yes. Let's do. Let's just do this. All right. There we go. So for the next giveaway, for 2 more passes to Flight Risk, you're going to type in the hashtag LFF for Loudest Figure Files. So there you go. You can start entering in that in right now, and I'll let this run from 8:35 to 8:45. Just put it in the comments, hashtag LFF. There you go. Brent Dash paid $180 for all 3, but seeing all 3 at one time, I couldn't pass it up. Brent, what is that for? I lost track of what you got. King Elector, I would love to have that Mythic Dragon, but the price, how much is it? I don't know, but I do have Tiamat coming. Can't wait for that one. David Thanos, I like them all, but I'm glad I finally got a Leatherface in the collection. Nice. Vintage Bob, I'm considering Dark Miss Marvel because her costume is pretty close to her original one. I got to look closer to see how accurate it is. It looks pretty close. I think the biggest difference is there's no shorter hairstyle, which is kind of a bummer. And the head sculpt that I think would match up a little bit better. I think they have the eyes whited out. Other than that, I think she worked just fine for a vintage look for you. Let's see. You be playing. Got Copper Kid from Big Bad. Also got the notification that Dial Tone should be in soon. Awesome. Love that. I realize I didn't do that. There we go. Now squared away. Michael Solis. I picked up a couple new 2 Nightwatch NECA Turtles, all of Ultron, nice. Spider-Man Unlimited, and frankly, from One Piece this week was pricey. Frankly, from One Piece, period, this week was pricey. Nice, very good. Wait, what's going on with Marvel Select? So much. Right. Good evening, Jeffrey and everyone. If Hasbro stops producing toys, no worries. I've collected more than enough figures. Nice. Let's see. All right, I'm seeing if all of yours is in there, Ryan. Perfect. All right, there we go. Had an experience I have to share. Bear with me. This will take a couple comments. I ordered 2 Green Lantern Corps Albin Store Tomare figures. Hope one would be the platinum variant with Green Man Akiris, but wasn't counting on it. When they arrived, one was a modern Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern package. It had been swapped. First time I've had this happen to me. And the fact it had been swapped makes me think it was originally the hard to find platinum variant. Probably. That's no good. Anyway, sent it back to Amazon and they sent me a replacement. And it was the hard to find platinum variant. Nice. So now I need to get 2 more rando Green Lantern bodies so I can display all 4 of them, plus John Stewart. Very cool. I'm still like, I need to get the platinum so I can go and get another random one so I can do the whole thing. That is cool stuff. Congratulations on getting elusive platinum versions. I'm still like, I'm never going to find this electric blue Superman in the wild, am I? And that is a harsh reality. Jamelin, I stopped at Best Buy on a whim to browse their figures. The only real reason to ever go there. Exactly. They had a Captain Boomerang. I've never seen him in person before, so I grabbed him. Did they have him on sale? Because he is frequently on sale, I think for $15 there. I think I checked earlier. I don't think they had sales this week on him. No problem, Samuel. DJ Jedi. Jeff, you think about picking up that McFarlane icon? No. Personally, I kind of hate that modern costume design, but I love the character and I want Todd to make more milestone, so I'm really on the fence. Yeah, I love Icon, but I don't love that costume, especially when his original one is so cool and would make a really great figure. That one just is kind of like generic easy to make. And there's no hate on Todd because it's just like, that's what he's rocking now. But no, his original look was so wow, that stood out. And I think when we had so many comic books coming in the 90s, the whole milestone comic character looks really made them stand out against the characters we were seeing in Marvel, DC, Image, Valiant. So it's like, man, I love these looks. That's the designs I want in figure form. That's why I will never, ever, ever get rid of that DC icon static, because that was what I wanted from a static figure, which is why I don't have the McFarlane static figure either. One of my very first Iron Man comics has Unicorn on the cover, 154, super dynamic poses. Now you got me wanting to do some research. Maurice, expecting a naked Elisa, Master and Black Series of New Hope, Luke and Leia this weekend. Pile of Luke incoming sometime next week. I did see the Luke. I haven't seen Leia in person, but Luke looked really cool. And I'm seeing some really cool pictures on Instagram, which reminds me I need to do another collection of really cool Instagram photos. If you got some nominees, send them my way too. Buff 88, I just want classified to continue. You should not have anything to worry about that one. John Morrissey, I'm here. Greetings to Jeffrey's jumble of friendly, fanatical figure filers. Bam. I miss all you fine folks all week. Glad to see you as always, my friend John. And you really did try to get me on those tongue twisters, but I held strong and made it through. Brian P. I thought someone did have the Invincible license. I've seen an Omni-Man, Mark II pack, Adam Eve, and I think Robot and Duplicate. But those figures lack what I would call great articulation, where you can see behind me, Jada Toys. Wait, this is all backwards. Wow, this is just not working. There we go. I figured it out. The Jada Toy Street Fighter figures have excellent articulation. Invincible is one of those properties where the figures need to have great articulation. And I think it's Diamond does them, and they look like they do in the comic book, but it's a case where they sacrifice the articulation and go for that comic book cartoon aesthetic, and it just doesn't work. I think we've seen from Jada that they can marry the two pretty well in terms of the source material aesthetics and having functional articulation. So that's my vote. Not Marvel Legends for Jada or DC Invincible. They ain't going nowhere. So many comments talking about this deal here. Jamelin, this past weekend was the last days of my local shop. Oh, that's terrible. And I picked up all the Bitterroot and Noctera trays and Maniac of NY Volume 2. Check on the back of Bitterroot Volume 2, or is it 3? You might see a familiar name on the back, on the credits. Not the credits, but the critic praise for them. I've got to watch this Substance video. You guys are Substance movie. I suspected if anyone spotted it was too late in the production process for them to correct it. What are you referring to, Maurice? Blake, I bet Marvel Legends designs sends comps to the factory separately from the packaging, and so many not always look like whoever's designing the package art. Yeah, it's so it's frustrating when they make those mistakes, though. Robert, I'm behind, but we'll watch the X Factor video tomorrow. Whenever you watch it, I appreciate it. I'm saving that with Jason. I'm not ignoring you. Oh, I know they did some redemption art, but it's just he is one of my top characters that should never have been redeemed, like Apocalypse. Is Sabretooth the hero now? Because he's another one. Doesn't make any sense. Boston. Shazam figure is good, but I wish he had a classic CC Beck style head sculpt. I may have to sculpt my own. Brian P. Holy crap. Monkey Man built a figure for $50. It normally goes for around $200. Yikes. Did you sell your soul? Jeez. I realized it was going for $200. That's crazy. Boris Mortis. I got the Mayfex Luke Skywalker and Storm Collectibles Morgan. Nice. Is the Mayfex Luke the one from The Mandalorian? I got the orange and red Geoforce. It's a solid looking figure, and he's one where you can't go wrong with either one. So, yeah. I did pre-order the Fleischer Superman. It looks great. Nice. Ace is just a statue. I thought so. Blake, Motu Horde Trooper, just got one. I don't really army build, although my shield team is growing. Horde Trooper could second as a shield mandroid. True. I love that alien head sculpt underneath there, too. Samuel, Steel Corps Commander and Twilight Guard. Have you read the bio for that? I love the bio so much. I was like, can I use a Black Crimson Guard member? Bio's awesome. Ryan Daly, that Fleischer Superman looks so good. Can't wait for it. You have really just joined us in the McFarlane collection thing. Glad to have you aboard, my friend. Jibru, my Paolu's on the way. Egon statue for me and Godzilla Magnus for my niece. Ordered volume 1 of X Factor Epic Collection. Nice. And a Ninja Turtle compendium off eBay. The Pyro Flames came from eBay. Nice. All about the villains. No trouble. Orion looks great. They finally get into the new gods for DC, so it should be fun for future figures. Yeah. I mean, he can't be the only one. King Collector, Marvel Select was about to make a new classic. Always do this when I'm drinking my water too fast. Marvel Select was about to make a new classic thing. Also, Diamond was making some great Lord of the Rings figures. Yeah, they were pretty cool. And I feel like that franchise is one where I don't know if I'm going to top the good ones that Toy Biz made back in the day. They had some really good likenesses for that technology. They didn't have the scanners that we're using now for these figures, but they're pretty complete figures, except for that Aragorn. The original one didn't have the articulation as some of the other ones. John Morrissey, big haul for me this week. I got Green Gobby's helmet prop replica. Nice. A second training suit Gambit so that I can swap figures to make Kit Bash Joseph. Nice. And a few rando Joes and Star Wars figures. What are you going to use for your Joseph head sculpt? Blake ordered the Flashes soups too. Great sculpting colors. Father Sladen. I feel like I butchered that. Let me know if I said that wrong. Got all the Sonic 3 figures. Batman Beyond Bruce and Chase Terry. Great. Batman Noel. Special Superman. Very cool. Stephen Boyd. Picked up Loose Collectors Cabot and Bloodwolf. They are awesome. My buddy, let me see. Yeah, my buddy just got his, I guess that's Bloodwolf. No. Oh, no, he did get Cabot. Yes. He sent along this picture for me. So pretty cool. And man, you could not possibly think that wasn't inspired all the way by Cable. You got your rando Joes and Star Wars figures to make a crowd of Friends of Humanity losers in my X-Men display. Thanks to Jay Woods for this creative idea. What up, Jay? All right, let's see here. It is 8:47, which went longer than I said earlier. So let's see where we're at. Where are you at? All right, so 10 entries in now. Let's do the drawing. What do we got here? Agent of Gen Z, congratulations. You have won this round of our Flight Risk giveaway. So here's what you need to do. Banner. Email me at lostmoviefiles@gmail.com and I will send you the passes ASAP. So there you go. That's all the information you need. And I'll leave it up for a few more minutes for you so you can make sure you write it down or take a screenshot. And that way you'll be all set for the giveaway. Just make sure to tell me you're Agent of Gen Z and I got you covered. All right, let's see here. Tom Finn 2018. What's up, Tom? Sorry, this has already been mentioned, but I was surprised to get your pre-orders arriving soon. Emails from GameStop for Guy, Power Girl, and Captain Cold pre-orders today. Yeah, I got mine too. They sent me 2, and I was like, I need to make sure you guys don't have me charged for 2 orders. Doc Avenger, did they announce the price for the Mythic Dragon? I don't know. G-Brew, I ordered the Dark Miss Marvel. I'm just going to use her as Carol. Didn't the Mythic Legion's Dragon get pushed back to like March? Ask all about the villains. Exactly, Jamie. He is a lucky son of a gun. All righty, I'm talking about that soon. Absolutely, that's queued up. Snake Eyes, I got a 3-party Avatar Way of Water. Quaritch figure. Nice. Maurice, I'm hoping for original and or cartoon version static. The one that they gave us wasn't the cartoon version? Felix Guerrero, better late than never. What's up, Jeff and Figure Files crew? What's up, man? How are you, Felix? Dark Knight 297. What's good, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? Got the Mayfex Husk Scarecrow and Riddler on his way from Hobby Link Japan. Very cool. You gotta let me know what you think of those. David Thanos. Todd needs to stop with these pre-orders in back-to-back weeks. Yeah, because they hit really, really quickly. Let me check something real fast here, because we can see what else is coming. Thanks to our pals over at Entertainment Earth, they can let us know what's next on the horizon, because I have a sneaky suspicion he's not done. Let's see what's going on in that drop zone. If you watch WWE, that takes on a different meaning with Finn Balor. Okay, let's see here. Let's go on in. We lose this banner now. Hopefully you got it. Let's see. So here we go. Upcoming product launches. McFarlane. So he's got some more dropping tomorrow. What's dropping tomorrow, Todd? Something from Mattel and Super 7. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, wow. He is dropping a ton of stuff. Wow. It is just a bunch of McFarlane stuff coming. So next Tuesday and Wednesday, more pre-orders. Maybe it's more DC stuff coming. More stuff. Wow. He's got a bunch of stuff coming on the 5th and the 7th. And then February 6th, get ready to turn the page and start a new chapter in collecting action figures. Sounds like that's probably a reference to Marvel. What's the Marvel Legends live stream? I know I'm putting you guys on the spot when I should have this information, but kind of feel like that was early January is when we had our first one. No, that was the 17th. I actually wrote it down on my calendar. So I wonder if this is referring to Marvel or not. More February 7th. Yeah, I don't know. This seems like it would be a live stream, and then we get the pre-orders the next day. Let's see, and then we got, of course, the 13th. So it looks like after the 5th, McFarlane will be calming down on some of these pre-orders. But wow, there is a ton of stuff coming from him real soon. All right, let's see here. Lawson, if you don't care about the packaging or the plastic man, I have a loose Superman blue figure. Yes. Thank you. I had the plastic man part, so absolutely. Thank you. I will take that. Appreciate it, Lawson. Van Doom, Jeff, you know McFarlane would do a platinum of Icon with his original costume. That's how it gets us, dang it. I mean, I think it's interesting the way he approaches it, because, you know, we see with Marvel Legends, something like that Cyclops in the X Factor costume without the cuffs on the gloves and the boots. It's a pretty easy repaint of that figure. But we've seen Todd make the effort on those chase figures to put in a little bit of extra design to actually get the look down. That the Power Girl, I'm still amazed at, where he included the jacket and did the actual paint work, decals on the jacket. I like Mr. Terrific. I figure I still like, but I wish he'd included that. And that's pretty cool. So I just kind of wonder if Hasbro, the Marvel Legends team, could take a few lessons, especially if they can have those repaints, chase variants. I mean, Mattel does this as well, where this Rick Rude is not several series away from this one that we got in the Legends line also. So I don't know. Maybe that's something they should do. I mean, Toy Biz did that with their Marvel Legends way back in the day, but their chases were insanely hard to track down. Ryan says we need a milestone shared universe movie franchise, Icon, Static Shock, Hardware, Blood Syndicate, and one big event film to bring them together. Man, it's funny because it's like their big event film could almost be the one that starts everything, called The Big Bang. Just as long as they don't add theory in there. Man, I would love to see them do more of Milestone, because I feel like there's just so much. Like Blood Syndicate always seems timely, but it feels like it would be really timely now. Static Shock, I mean, their version of Spider-Man, who is not like another 100,000 clones of Spider-Man. Icon, really great. Hardware and Icon are, yeah, I guess they have some similarities to Superman and Iron Man, but they're so different that they work. I don't know the price. I don't know if it's been told yet. Maybe that's what we'll see next week. Doc Vendor. I just saw McFarlane Thomas Wayne in Reverse Flash 2-pack. Look really nice. Passed on it. Too tall and out of scale. Isn't the Reverse Flash using the Flash mold from the Flashpoint set? Is Thomas Wayne out of scale? I remember that. Rick Cage says, Green Lantern beam like button. Smash beam in technique. Greetings and salutations, citizens. What's up, Rick Cage? King Collector always puts sculpt over articulation. Oh, the Jean Grey boots, absolutely. Hey, Jeffrey, who's the figure behind your Mega Man? Oh, that's the Defenders of the Earth, Flash Gordon, and Ming the Wow, that was terrible. And Ming the Merciless. So from NECA. So it's like a weird hodgepodge of figures. I don't know what I'm doing with that shelf just yet, but we'll see. Uncut reviews. Yo, Joe! TJ Jedi. DC Icon Static is a banger. I customized it with a Marvel Legends Jubilee trench coat and it remains one of my all-time favorites to this day. Which Marvel Legends Jubilee did you use? Because it is missing the trench coat, and that's the only thing, but it's such a great figure. Agent of Gen Z. Last thing I saw with Sabretooth was when he got beat up bad by Hulk. When was that? Chamberlain Parks. Well, look at that. Bitter Root Volume 3 came highly recommended by one of the best. Thank you, my friend. I was so excited when I was like, look, that's my name. It's pretty cool. Lawson, I think I prefer the look of the green and yellow Geoforce. The orange and red should really be orange and brown. Right. It should be. But I think maybe in that, the Lightning Saga, Brad Meltzer version, I think it was red and orange. I think that's what it's from. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to hear there was something good about that. All right, so it's worth checking out. Thank you. Congratulations again. G.I. Jetman. Hello. How are you? How's it almost 9 o'clock already? Jeez, I'm about fast. King Collector. Yes, Toy Biz went so deep into Lord of the Rings, and I do mix some of them in with my Diamond Select ones. Oh, do they match up pretty well? I didn't even think about comparing them. Maybe Aragorn would work well in that sense. Now that's terrible. Yeah. It's one of those deals where you really, really, really hope that it's not at all true, even though it seems like it kind of has to be. Felix Guerrero, Todd Father don't play. I know we have a Con El Superboy coming. I just haven't seen it yet. Do we? I'm trying to think which one that is. Father Sladen says, obviously, Nita McFarlane, absolute Batman mega fan. Yeah, he's gotta be huge. And of course, have the bat symbol axe head to come off there too. Agent of Gen Z. Honestly, someone should join WWE with the name Crusher Krill. It would be like Krill Crusher. That would be the name they would go with in the NXT name generator. What's up, Anthony Rogers? Good to see you back. What's good, Jeff and crew? Hope all is well. My pickups for this past weeks were Mr. Terrific from Walmart, and I was able to acquire the Huntress on sale at Best Buy. Yes. Would you get her for 15? Definitely a great price. Anthony, when I seen the reveal of Icon, I went ahead and caught the pre-order. Though if they do him in his 90s costume, I'll most likely keep the box. Yeah. Justin Hubert. Yo, Joe! Absolutely. Samuel, I just realized G.I. Joe Day is Saturday. Who's ready for potential renders? What's going on Saturday? What did I miss? Anthony. Also, thank you for the X Factor video, man. I learned a lot about X Factor, and I'm definitely will be picking up at some point to read for myself. I highly recommend it. That Epic collection is great because I skipped a few issues that were kind of like, okay, I don't really need to mention this. This is making the video too long. But there's a Iron Man annual in there. It is Silver Centurion Iron Man. It has the Vault Guardsman, which we have figures of too. So that's cool. And there's a Spider-Man crossover. I think it's Web of Spider-Man, which Spider-Man and symbiote suit, which we've got. And it's just more of X Factor in those costumes if you wanted some more, but it's a really comprehensive one. The only downside to it is it really sets you up with the what's going down in those tunnels that Destiny's talking about. So of course you get the mutant massacre. You'll get. I wish it was just the full story because you don't need the X-Men, the New Mutants, but you kind of need the Thor and the Power Pack. So it is kind of worthwhile to get it. And there's a little quite very brief cameo from X Factor in the X-Men crossover, but definitely grab those. Jalen, Jeff, I currently have the Defender of the Earth, Diamond Invincible, and a Master Chef off to one side of a shelf of DC Multiverse. They're pretty close in overall scale. That's cool. Did I say Master Chef or Master Chief? I feel like I said it both ways. Very cool. You got to send me a picture of that, how it looks. Vintage Bob, I'm looking forward to ordering Classic Banshee on the 6th. Maybe that's it. Hopefully with a faster release date than Annihilus. Dragon Man comes out in, is it August? I think so. Yeah, I think so. And then we got the Sentinels in October, if I'm remembering that correctly. Johnny Shin, you excited about the new wave from McFarlane figures? Yes. Just got my confirmation from GameStop. It's going to be exciting. I guess a bunch of us are going to get those in the next couple of days. Felix, Return of Superman, Superboy Connell. Should be his original look. Oh, I didn't. Have they shown that look yet? When does Target exclusive Marvel Girl go for pre-order? Not soon enough. Yeah. But you know, the thing is, of course, with those figures is like, you'll see them in stores, I think, and then Target does the same thing as GameStop. But GameStop didn't have the time to keep charging and charging because McFarlane figures are actually ready to go. I got you. Let me jump ahead here to the stuff. Where are we going? Okay, so got our McFarlane reveals this new wave of pre-orders that just dropped yesterday. So got the Fleischman, Superman. That looks good. I really love the fact that his eyes are closed for that comic book. The box art. Got Tempest. It is weird because you can see the box art, and again, they don't really match up. This outfit is not even what he's rocking either. I much would have preferred this version because this is the Titans Rebirth look, and this one is not quite it. Don't like the facial hair. Someone posted like a picture of a Disney character, and it's like, yep, that's what he looks like more than Lucas Meyer's art here for Titans. So he's okay. I think he's going to be too tall, though. He really looks leggy. Does he know how to use them is the main question. We got some nice sculpted details. And I love the fact that they include this kind of elements on the figure. That's cool. Oh, let's see what else we got here. All the different looks. There's our Superman. And you'll note, this one doesn't seem to have the cuffs that all the rest of them have. So I think he's finally figured out we don't want those cuffs anymore. That's nice. Able to hit the classic pose. Soft goods, cloth cape. Love to see that. And this is a really cool looking figure. I think they did a nice job with it. Just really solid. And then there's Dark Flash. I'm kind of torn because I'm wondering if this should be white as opposed to silver. I mean, it could work either way. He's using that Blue Beetle mold, even though he's got boot cuffs that mean he doesn't need to use these anymore. I don't understand why he's still using that. But there you go with that. Trigger hand for those times when he's using his pew, pew, pew hand while he's going in super speed. Still no runner hands. I'm going to get this figure all the same because I love this arc. The Dark Flash was very cool, and the reveal was even more fun. But Jalen, to answer your question, what is this icon we're talking about? Oh, also, I think Justin said he had to leave, but this wave is still available at Best Buy. My affiliate Entertainment Earth does not have him, but you can still pre-order Superman. He's there along with the rest of the way, which is further down. Dark Flash and Power Girl still sold out there, but coming soon. So stay tuned if you want her. But there you go. But this guy is the icon. This is from the current look in Milestone DC. Again, soft goods cape. Solid look for this version of Icon's outfit. Just like, yeah, okay, it's cool. I really wish it were not this outfit though, because the original one is just so much more fun. So that green cape looks really nice. Not a lot in terms of accessories, but if you're a GameStop Pro member like I am, and it's definitely one of those where it works out because you get $5 off every month. So reminds me, today is the 30th. One more day to cash in and use mine. So it's a solid looking figure. Nothing wrong with it. It really does look like the art in this case. So yeah, it's just this design is not my favorite, and they have other looks for Icon that are. So I'm gonna hold off and not get this one, but there is that Icon figure. All right, then we got to catch back up with the chat. Ryan, Dragon Man, August 15th, the last I heard. Thank you. Brian P. I thought Paul said the Dragon Man is coming out in June. Brian P says Target X Factor Jean Grey supposedly coming out this spring. Nice. So much stuff. Oh, we're talking about Icon, DC Multiverse, talking about Neil Gaiman, all kinds of things. It's happening. Pulling McGuire would like to have a word. Stiff Kittens reviews. It is inexcusable, almost inconceivable. The figures are still being made with pins. Yeah. Ryan Daly, man, if you're going to make a figure of Garth, it should be Silver Age Aqua Boy with the Tom Jones hair. It's not unusual. But man, yeah. I mean, I like Tempest's look. I think the head sculpt leaves a lot to be desired on that one. That Superman looks solid. I agree with you, Felix. Father Sladen, that dark flash color scheme is awesome. It was nice. It definitely like the silver white, because they were doing it like we normally see with colors in comic books, where is it blue? Is it black? Is it brown? Is it blue? That was really cool because you had like a mix of silver and white in there, and it really popped in the comic. Johnny Shin, nice head sculpt. I agree. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it looks like I missed them on GameStop. Gotta pay for that awesome McFarlane shipping. That's never a good thing. Hold on. Why is it looking that way? So, Jalen, when you posted that, I went to see what would happen, and I was able to put him into my cart. I wonder if that's because I never shifted off from this window, but let me know if you really are going to have to do that, and maybe I'll just go ahead and finish the order. Let me know. Johnny Shen, do you always get points when you order from McFarlane store? I ordered one thing. The shipping was so expensive. It was like, no, can't do it. Because it's like $10. And, it doesn't sound like much, but it's like, dude, I'm paying for a figure already. And he doesn't have anything like so many other online resellers. You spend so much, 25, 35, you get free shipping. It's just like, here's another $10, which would be okay if there was ever a sale on that shipping, but it's expensive. Doc Avenger, I did see that. Did you not give me a response? I made sure to comment. Maybe it didn't go through. But for all the Claremont's talking about, oh, this was Cyclops' happy ending, there's no way he was planning that long term. He had something in store for Madeline. There was no way we have like 8-year-old Madeline Pryor when Kitty Pryde is older than her. All of a sudden, she's as old as Jean Grey. Something sneaky was coming up there. Felix, Timmons' head sculpt looks like Prince of Persia. Yeah, I mean, it's just something off with it. Ryan, always happy to see you, my friend. Have a good one. Oh, good. Glad to see you were able to get it. I'm like, what happened there? Carlos Cunningham wants to know, so when is DC Multiverse and McFarlane's Rocket drops? Since they just dropped Icon on today on Todd Store. Not soon enough. I would have been happy to get a 2-pack of those. All right, let's see. What else did I want to talk about before our big topic of the day? It might have been it. I'm gonna say that for later. Well, let's get into this. Hey, while we're at it, let's do one more giveaway since we're here. And it's 910 for Flight Risk. You can get that one. You can get in on this new, our third giveaway for those passes for the Mark Wahlberg film. Let's see. For this time, let's do what should we do? Let's do Bang Bang for the Niner game. Bang Bang or Cactus Jack if you're so inclined. That will put you into the drawing for some of these passes for Flight Risk. It's already out. You can just get these and you can take them for yourself. So there you go. Flight Risk passes, courtesy of our friends over at Lionsgate. Just put hashtag Bang Bang. You're automatically entered. I will do the drawing at 9:30. So there you go. I don't know why, but I really like that Dark Flash, and I never read any of that run, but I may hold out so I can cop Power Girl in Best Buy whenever she becomes available. She will become available, so no need to worry about that. Just a matter of how many they have, but I don't think she's going to be a Wonder Woman. And I need to track down when that Dark Flash run was. It was really good. Flash had a great run of great creators in Mark Waid, Jeff Johns. I'm pretty sure that was actually, no, it was during the Mark Waid run. So the run on Flash. But Mark Waid, Grant Morrison, Jeff Johns, Joshua Williamson, and Jeremy Adams. Get any of those trades, you will not go wrong. And they're really good. Really good stuff. King Elector. What about that Skyhawk? It's 120 on Show Z. It's called Air Eagle. Gotta assume the Hasbro one's gonna be cheaper than that. Johnny Shin. Power Girl already sounding hard to get. Hope this doesn't turn into Wonder Woman price later. I don't think she will. All right, there we go. Gosh, that sounds terrible. Who's Jean's daughter now? Oh, it's in the Ultimate Universe. So much stuff going on. I can't keep track of everything with Marvel. Once again, hashtag Bang Bang gets you in to get 2 of those passes for Flight Risk in theaters now. You can see it wherever you watch your movies. So good luck to everybody. Mark Waid was the writer of the Rise Here versus Spirit series. I filled in as penciler for issue number 2. And I can tell you that his script writing was fantastic. Also a very nice guy. I'm glad to hear that. He seemed like an awesome dude. King Elector. Power Girl is already showing up in Walmart right now. Let's see if she's also showing up on their website. Let's just do that real fast. Of course, I don't feel like they do a very good job with their McFarlane stuff. Anyway, well, let's see. I can find the latest DC Collector Edition figures. Okay, let's see. What do we got here on Walmart's website? I need to see if I can find regular version, not regular, classic version of Lightning Lad. It doesn't look like they're showing any of that here. Let's see. No new stuff on that end. Just overpriced scalper pricing for these figures. I don't love when they do that. Okay, anyway, no luck there. All right, still going on. Bang, bang. Hashtag bang, bang. Get you 2 passes for Flight Risk. All right, so Vintage Bob just checked. Hasbro on their Infinite Patheticness doesn't seem to have Dragon Man listed. Doesn't even come up on the search. On the Hong Kong site, says a June 1st release. Did you pre-order them? Because you should probably be able to see them that way. King Collector, your other website is terrible. Target's app as well. none of them are really good to search for. It's just a pain nowadays. Anyone else still buying Mayfax the Boys? I'm looking for them decent price. I know Snake Eyes was. All right, let's get into this topic here. So I think it was Tuesday. One of my buddies texted me. So what do you think? Hasbro is going to stop making toys. I'm like, where did this news come out? And then later on that evening, our good friend Lawson Wallace was like, yo, I heard it from one of my friends that Hasbro is going to stop making toys. What's the deal? And I was like, well, there's no deal for Hasbro. They are stopping. They stopped making movies based on their toy properties. So right, this is actually helpful here. I think, yes, you can see for my Transformers Rise of the Beast, which I did enjoy. If I can zoom in just so you can see through the plastic, you can see the Hasbro label right there. And so what that means is Hasbro was footing some of the bill for that movie, and the movie didn't make a lot of money, and they were losing money financing films where everybody else is just like, y'all make the movie and we'll make whatever money we get from whatever you give us. So Hasbro is losing money. I'd argue it's because they were making Transformer movies and G.I. Joe movies that no one wanted. And it's like, you have movie licenses to print money, and they didn't. So anyway, they decided we're not doing any more movies. And I think a lot of people were like reading tea leaves and going, I guess this means they're not going to be doing any more figures soon. So I was like, well, let me check. Let me just make sure. Because, I mean, to me, it didn't make any sense because they've got stuff coming on the horizon, which would make absolutely no sense to sell those licenses off, not renew the license with the Marvel brand. I mean, for sure. So I was like, all right, let me do some investigating. And I did so. And I pulled it up again for the show. Let's see. You know, sometimes it can get a little weird on the online space where people say something and it just spreads like wildfire. So I decided to just do some research. And so let's see here. This is from a Yahoo article, Yahoo Finance, back from 2024, June 11th. And Chris Cox, he has messed some things up. Hasbro sold its E1 television license that they did not need to. In movie business to Lionsgate for $500 million, and they paid $4 billion, really bad. So they have been like, man, it cost them a ton of money. And, they were like, we haven't made enough money. And in this June interview from last year, Cox said, we haven't paid enough attention to our core toy business. Highlight the issues so we can all see. We hadn't been upgrading our internal talent or investing in our supply chain or our innovation pipeline. Let's see. Nobody's really purely toys anymore, pure video games. It's just kind of all mushed into one now. I think we're in the industry of play. Now, granted, a ton of things could happen between June 2024 and January 2025, but there's nothing in there that suggests, they're getting out of the toy business. Now, what they're probably doing is streamlining stuff that wasn't making a ton of profit. I direct you to my Power Rangers collection. Power Rangers weren't making a lot of money. You remember in the great Ross Ollies of 2022, 2023, so many figures there. And you can still stumble into a few of them last holiday season too, but they weren't selling. And it did not seem like the fan base was all that excited about the releases. I was getting these figures. I didn't have any real attachment outside of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers era. But people who were fans of the other ones didn't seem to be raving about the figures. They complained incessantly about them. And I was like, they're good enough to me. They look cool. They compose and do all kinds of fun stuff. They've even got the helmets and alternate portraits so you can have them both ways. But collectors and fans of Power Rangers didn't really seem to care. And then you go, all right, well, what else? That's great. You found one article. What else is going with your whole thing of they're not stopping making toys? Because I've watched several videos, several theories about why they're dumping it. So I just did a basic Google search. And I said, hey, when did Hasbro CEOs say they would stop making toys? The AI overview says there's no evidence that a Hasbro CEO has announced they will stop making toys. Hasbro has stated they will no longer be making toy movies, which confirmed already. Hasbro is an American toy manufacturing company that continues to make toys and games. Some of their brands include Nerf, Transformers, My Little Pony, and Play-Doh. Hasbro stated they will no longer be making toy movies due to the poor box office returns of some of their movies. Now in 2024, he said the place he sees gaming as the largest potential source of growth for the company. Toys are simply not selling as well before, and this is from a Cybertron article. Not necessarily the same thing as saying we're getting out of the toy business. Everything must go. It's not true. And you just take a look at things like, come on, it doesn't make sense. Let's see here. Let's see what you all have to say before I continue on. Maurice, Transformers 1 suffered due to marketing. It was a pretty decent movie. And I think what happened, we've seen this with Star Wars. We've seen this with Phase 4 and 5 Marvel Cinematic Universe films. When you start having poor quality, people are not lining up around the corner to go into your next project, no matter how good it is. The word of mouth has to go, no, this one's really good. You've got to see it. And a lot of times, even for that really good thing that's around the corner, people are like, yeah, I'll see it when it gets on home video or whatever. And at that point, the bubbles popped. And it's like, okay, well, you lost a lot of money on Transformers 1. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a great movie, did an awesome job, but people were burned by those Transformer Michael Bay films. And I don't know how he was associated with the brand for so long. I did not need to see Mark Wahlberg in a Transformers movie. So that was a problem, and it really hurt their sales for Transformers 1. They had great marketing, so much cool stuff behind it, and people didn't bite because I don't want to see Transformers. I don't want to see a Transformers cartoon, and it just got hurt so bad on both levels, despite being one of the better Transformer films that we've seen so far. So that hurt for sure. Andre, my mom really loves that old Hasbro Battleship movie with Rihanna. She was hoping for a sequel, but now it doesn't look like we're ever going to get a sequel to Battleship. That came out in 2012, and everything got sunk by Avengers. Robert, part of this is Chris Cox has said for a year he wants the company to become digital play. They're shifting Dungeons and Dragons to all digital based rather than pen and paper. I mean, we have to take a look really hard. And when was the last time you've seen kids in the action figure house and talking about Dungeons and Dragons? I'm around kids all the time. They are Minecraft all day. They don't, I mean, if I mentioned Dungeons and Dragons, they would give me this blank stare like, what are you talking about, old dude? They're all about Minecraft. No kids are playing Dungeons and Dragons. So that's not for kids. And if you're in a business and try to stay and keep your business going, you can't keep it going off of stuff catering to a dying demographic. And that's us. We're in our 40s and our 50s. We're not going to be around 20. Well, hopefully we'll be around, but we're not going to have 3 or 4 more cycles in us to keep buying toys and whatever else. I mean, geez, I think for some of us, digital Dungeons and Dragons kind of makes sense. So we're not, plugging stuff in and trying to do stuff, writing it down. Oh, what's this? So I think that makes sense on that end. Vintage Bob says, according to the CEO that came to Hasbro from Microsoft, Hasbro wants to transition out of toys. The way they keep screwing up, maybe it would be better for a new company to get the license. Not sure. What is this magical new company that's going to take over Hasbro's brands? Like Super 7? Are they going to take over G.I. Joe? Jada Toy is going to take over Marvel. I mean, there's just so many. And we're talking about the brands that Hasbro has. So it's not a Hasbro license. It's a license for all their partners. Hasbro has G.I. Joe. But that doesn't mean that whoever Hasbro would magically sell this license to would get Star Wars, would get everything that Hasbro is doing right now. So another thing that I definitely want to point out to you all and make sure I said, because this was really key in my research, was this. Pop this up for you. Hasbro 2019 revenues of 4.72 billion increased 3%. And they're up. Operating profit grew to 652.1 million. Now, I'm not going to claim this was all because of one thing. Certainly not. But in 2019, a little indie film came out called Avengers Endgame, one of the all-time highest grossing movies. And that product was not sitting on shelves. I'm sure you can find some old kitty versions of Endgame and Ollie's right now, but it wasn't like the Endgame figures were sitting around. They were rapidly running through Endgame product. And of course, they got in before the pandemic. And that was built up really well. There's 2 Avengers films on the horizon. So I've got to assume it would make no business sense that even if you thought, I don't know how this brand is going to continue, these movies, these TV shows have not worked. You got to look down in the distance and go, look, we've got 2 Avenger films coming. So there's Avengers Doomsday. There's Avengers Secret Wars. If we can just keep this license going till we get to those big Avenger paydays, we'll be set. And again, I'm not trying to go, oh, Hasbro made so much money just because of their action figures. But we're thinking of these brands and it's like Monopoly Avengers Endgame. So Monopoly Avengers Secret Wars could make some money too. Potato Head, maybe a Peppa Pig crossover. There's too much money in that Avengers brand that's just around the corner for them to go, yeah, we'll let somebody else make all that money. We're good. Well, we've got Star Wars. There's a Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out. Now, if absolutely nothing else works in terms of sales for Star Wars, Hasbro knows for sure Grogu brings in money. So why would they sell out the Star Wars license before getting that payday from Mandalorian and Grogu? Now, yeah, they can be real risk averse to all of those other Star Wars films because they have failed spectacularly in terms of merchandise, but Grogu has been the saving grace for Hasbro in terms of their bottom line because he sells. And so you've got those movies. You've got a Mandalorian and Grogu. You've got the 2 Avenger films. So there's 3 movie projects that are right there. And people are like, yeah, they're going to throw that money away. Then you've got their other brands. You got Transformers. They're kind of in this partnership with Takara Tomy. And that they've eased up on some of the product. I'd argue that some of it is because how many times can G1 fans like me continue to buy the same figures over and over again when they've done a really good job engineering this stuff and kind of making it replacement proof? Sure, they can upgrade it, but how many times can they do that? So we know they've got combiners coming. They've got Superion. They've got Devastator coming. I mean, you got to assume we'll probably get Bruticus. We'll get more of those. Computron, maybe. But, I mean, how many more of those Studio Series 86 figures are coming around the horizon? Yeah, there's rumors of Soundwave coming. It's so great. I'm definitely getting them. Shockwave, Megatron needs to come as well. Needs to get there as well. So you've got that. They're not getting rid of Transformers. They can keep selling that. If somebody comes along and makes a great Transformers movie, you know they're going to want to be the ones reaping the benefit and selling that Transformer movie toy product. G.I. Joe Classified series, not going anywhere because that's their brand. They don't have to shell it out to anybody. That's theirs. Sure, we're seeing them doing partnerships with Super 7. Hey, you guys can do the O-ring because they're focused on Classified series. I mean, geez, let's take a look at their, if I can. It's kind of hard the way they've got the website set up these days. Maybe I should look at let's see if I can do this. Let me see. Oh, I know what I can do. It's Geek Dad Life. They break down the HasLabs and they're continuing to roll in these HasLab deals. And you're not seeing any problem with the HasLab prices. People are down for these deals. They're like, oh yeah, give me more G.I. Joe. Perfect. This is what I was looking for. Thanks to the good friends over at Geek Dad Life. All right. Let's take a look real fast here. These are what they're working with these HasLab projects. Let's see. The His Tank blew 26,772 backers. The red is the Rattler. The Rattler made 28,000 and they funded 28,096 backers. The Dragonfly, which did not have a lot of, hey, we're going to keep more people buying multiple versions, had 24,764. So maybe the trick is to just keep doing Cobra HasLabs. But that is so much money coming into Hasbro. There's no way they're going to stop doing that. So again, shout out Geek Dad Life for that very handy breakdown. They're not going anywhere with this stuff. There's too much money. Yes, some of the stuff might not sell as well, but then they've got Avenger films on the horizon. Not giving it up. More Spider-Man coming. I mean, there's a Spider-Man show. Where's the product for that? Transformers still has viability, and we've got Mandalorian and Grogu, so they're going to keep rolling. Let's see what you all said here in the chat. Agent of Gen Z. Yeah, because we all know that MCU Legends is going to be huge this year up to 2028. Lawson, Classified is still selling great, I'm sure. Jalen Park, 74 watching. Let's get those likes up, folks. King Collector, Jeff, do you have an affiliate discount code for Amazon when I got my order in this week? Remember that Amazon is one of your affiliates. So yeah, anytime you go through on the dashboard in the comments when I'm posting the pre-orders, if you go through and click on that thing, even if you don't buy that thing, if you just happen to get something else after you click on, you use it. I think that's good for 24 hours, so you can support that way. Appreciate it. Lawson Legends also seems to be improving, and they're doing this big, potentially $50 Spider-Man. I can't imagine they would invest the time, the tooling, the effort to do an all-new sculpt of Spider-Man if it's like, oh no, we're about to lose the license because they're going to sell it. That doesn't seem like something that makes a lot of sense. Like if they're trying to make as much money by not incurring a bunch of costs, they're not going to make new sculpts, new tooling, because that requires more money being put out to make these figures. So they're going to, it's not going to be a $20 figure we're going to see at Ollie's. But, maybe they'll make it $50 and people will be like, cool, great, I want it. This is the Ultimate Spider-Man. And then they put out the symbiote version. So that's two right there. And then we're going to get more of these Ultimate figures. Captain America, Hulk's rumored to be the next one. Daredevil, Wolverine, of course. Probably Iron Man and Thor in the mix too. I think Mr. Fantastic would make a ton of sense for this kind of thing. So would Iceman. So lots of options. They're not going to stop with Marvel on that when they're creating new SKUs for this brand. Alan Whiteside, even if Hasbro stops, they won't stop. Another company will just license out the popular lines, Classified, Transformers, etc., and more than likely hire their teams that Hasbro lays off and discontinue as usual. It's probably true. John Morrissey, bravo, Jeffrey. These posts this week were hysterical BS or clickbait. I think it's just this is a thing where you get more clicks, you make more money, and people are just trying to make money and support our habit buying figures. I'm not mad at them. It's just sometimes you just have to take a pause, take a breath, like, well, wait a second. That can't make sense. And then of course you think it through, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Of course, I can be totally wrong, but I just break down why I think it doesn't make sense. Jason, the tradies, they're totally clickbait, engaging farming. Agent of Gen Z, yeah, they can take Star Wars and Transformers. My Legends and Go Joe should stay, man. Maurice, they marketed it more as a kids movie than anything else, which was a problem because it was good enough that you could have taken the family as opposed to dropping the kids off and saying, see you in 2 hours. And they're making a Transformers 1 show on YouTube. So, people, they're onto it. Michael Solis, Inspector Clouseau, figure files. Oui. Thanks for the clarity. Even my wife was like, they're stopping making toys. Lost to Wallace, Dungeons and Dragons appeals to teenagers and older, not kids. Yeah, it's interesting how this stuff works out. Polished tamales. Love that name. As a Transformers Generations collector, Hasbro's had notorious issues with premature yellowing plastics, bad and inconsistent QC. Speaking of which, I have my drag strip because I finally put together my Minosaur, and the two slots where they're supposed to be open to peg into the parts of Minosaur, one peg is facing this way and the other one's proper, so I can't actually get drag strip flush against Minosaur. But so I'm with you on the inconsistent QC. Removing deco even after designers hit their design budget, etc. Yes. And Roblox. Yes, that is very much so too. So there, guys, in Fortnite 2, I hate that game so much. Blake, we should all just screen capture the toy photos from online and then use AI to animate and play with them. It does look fun when seeing people do that stuff. Vintage Bob. That's the problem. Hard to figure out who get the Marvel license. It's not going to be Todd McFarlane. It's just, I mean, I think we just need to continue to enjoy what Hasbro is doing with the Marvel Legends license. They're putting out the undisputed, undeniably best version of these Marvel characters we're ever going to see in our lifetime. Sure, a smaller company can come and make really, really, really good figures of 50 figures, which is great. But we're not going to get the wide scope of Marvel characters that we have in Marvel Legends. We're not going to see another company do a big Build-A-Figure apocalypse like that. We're not going to see that. We're not going to get Armadillo, Stiltman, Human Fly in figure form. We could argue, yeah, why they use a Bucky Cat mold? But we're never going to get that figure to worry about from Magic Company A or X. It's just the way it goes. So, and they're doing good things, minus the lack of the yellow boots on Jean Grey. We finally are getting a gray yellow Banshee. They're experimenting with new figures. We've been begging. Some of us have been complaining, arguing, like, why do they keep using the same outdated articulation scheme? Mayfex would never. Now they're doing stuff like Mayfex. Oh, Jada Toys has this really creative way to include a stand for effects. Let's just borrow, take inspiration from, and use this for our Spider-Man figure. That's great. Borrow from what's working from other people and incorporate that in your figures. A ton of people are excited about Maximum Series Spider-Man. And when they start showing more figures, it's going to continue. And of course, they've got another one because they've got that black symbiote Spider-Man. Jason Trades. Kids or Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite, Overwatch, and Apex Legends. Yes. All right, right. And Rivals too. Yeah, it was wild because this kid today was like, it was talking to me about Storm. I guess she just got some upgrade or whatever in Rivals, and shocked that I knew about Marvel Rivals. And I was like, gosh, I'm that old dude that the kids are like, you know about this thing that I'm into? What are you talking about? So yeah, I need to get into Marvel Rivals because everyone's talking about it. Lawson. No other company has the facility to produce the number, and probably faculty to reduce the number of figures that Hasbro can. Many could match or surpass the quality, but they put out maybe at best 2 small waves a year. Right. And for me, who has a really massive collection of Marvel figures, I just want to keep adding to it. I don't want to get like, oh, this is a really good figure. I mean, I think Mayfex is doing a great job for people who don't need 40 to 60 Marvel figures a year. I mean, they're doing good quality work there. Roberts. I do think Hasbro is going to try to get out of Star Wars at the least. There's so much clogging the pegs. Cox has said publicly he loves G.I. Joe. Marvel seems to be trying at least. I'm trying to be so mature with that guy's last name. It is just so hard. There you go. I knew I couldn't say it. Yeah, G.I. Joe, because G.I. Joe's easy. It's not costing them anything. And he loves G.I. Joe because they don't have to pay anybody for the license. It's all in-house, and so they can spend that money. They had successful HasLabs. They haven't had a failure like the Rancor or Reva's lightsaber. Really ill-advised. HasLab, by the way. They haven't had an Engine of Vengeance debacle. So why would he not love G.I. Joe? Same thing for Transformers. Successful. I guess we're going to see that Transformers HasLab. Emily was teasing is something related to 86 style, but with subtitles. So I don't know what that's about, but maybe you all do. So a lot of stuff, by the way. Keep up with the hashtags if you want the flight risk tickets. Bang, bang. Hashtag bang, bang. Let me see what we're looking at right now for that. Who is entered in? 4 entries right now. So if you still want in, hashtag bang bang to get your passes for that. So yeah, I mean, G.I. Joe's not going anywhere. I really think the rubber meets the road moment for the Star Wars license with Hasbro is Mandalorian and Grogu. If that cannot make money for them, they might say arrivederci. But assuming, like I mean, we've seen they put out a new Mandalorian season. The next 5 to 10 waves of Black Series and Vintage Collection. Hey, here's some more Mandalorian figures. You couldn't wait. So here we go. They're gonna they absolutely see the dollar signs with that movie. Their biggest hope is that there's no crazy delays. But I wish they just had an original trilogy and a prequel trilogy of which to mine more characters from in the interim. And we're seeing that to some degree with the clones. We're seeing that with the New Hope, Luke and Leia. So they're trying to buy their time until this movie comes out. And I think when that comes out, they're going to make a ton of money from it. G-Brew, I'm in my 30s. Most of the collectors I know are 30 or older. Absolutely. Polished Tamales, Bobby Vala has stated that McFarlane would bid on the Marvel license ASAP if Hasbro dropped it. I mean, that just makes good sense. He's already like trying to talk like, hey, what's up, Marvel? How you doing over there? Those statues. So it makes sense for him to do both, or at least try to. Dimitri Smith, Hasbro's MCU offerings didn't sell any better than the comic figures. I wonder if you would say that to everybody who's looking for a Cable and Power Princess. Lawson, I'm 55 years old. Majority of figure collectors I know are in the 30 to 45-year-old demographic, from what I can tell. Right, because they're the ones who have money to buy $25 action figures and then more if it's a deluxe or a HasLab or if it's a premium on HasLab. Kids are priced out of action figures, and I think they're just trying to figure out like, oh, wait, how are we doing this, navigating it? Pulse is a great way for them to do that because we're seeing that with the Sentinels. We saw that with Dragon Man. I would love to know the numbers for the Sentinels because I think that would be a proof of concept. They don't have to do the HasLab pretty much at all because they've got a ready-made thing and people will just buy in bulk what they want. Jason Atreides. If Hasbro did a G.I. Joe Call of Duty style game with Joe's versus Cobra, they would kill it. Imagine the money they would make on DLC packs and skins. A ton. I think the biggest problem with Hasbro in terms of their licensing of their properties to more than the toys and figures, they've chosen so poorly. Like, why is G.I. Joe not a TV series, not a cartoon, and a live action movie? That property is the easiest. I mean, we're seeing sci-fi stuff where it's like, man, they could have done this so easy in G.I. Joe. The Transformer movies are better G.I. Joe movies than Transformer movies, at least the early Michael Bay ones. That should be no problem because budgets are crazy and wild. They have a streaming system in Paramount where if they put in a G.I. Joe live action series that actually has some money behind it, I would subscribe to Paramount right away just for that. Like they could put out absolutely nothing else. But if they put out a good G.I. Joe show, I would be up every year. Yep, renew my subscription. But they haven't done that. And it's the easiest project to do. I mean, it's not like Masters of the Universe where we got a buff dude running around in a loincloth. They're wearing cotton. I mean, they're just wearing regular clothes. A little camo in there. Of course, we got Destro. Check out my chest, laddie. But everybody else is just wearing regular clothes that you can make really easily. So I don't know. It's just so weird. Jamlin. I don't work for Hasbro and don't pretend to know the ins and outs of the company, but I started working in the toy industry 15 years ago and have a fair amount of contacts. I haven't heard anything. Look at all these rumors, Jamlin. Just around me every day. DJ Jedi, Jeff went back into his journalism bag for like 5 minutes and single-handedly debunked about a dozen unsubstantiated toy tuber hot takes I've seen over here on the past week. And we gotta do it every so often, you know? Roberts Infinite Realms. Also, Monopoly Go was heavily successful for them. They're doing commercials for it. We got Jason Momoa, Chris Pratt, and oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm so upset for not remembering my girl's name. Oh boy, that's a shame, and I'm gonna fix that. Keke Palmer. There we go. I mean, they got commercials. I think they squeezed the Mando Grogu fruit as far as they can go. Oh, there's still some more squeezing that lemon. Also, Transformers is shared brand, so different animal. Exactly. Agent of Gen Z. Yep, Jeff is cooking. Thank you. Chris Daughtry. What's up, Jeff in chat? Picked up the chameleon at Target tonight. Great figure. See? More Marvel Legends love. Jason Atreides. Jeff is melting these dudes. Fire. Should just grab Fireman and wait. Grab Fireman and pull him out here with me. Agent of Gen Z. We all know they made an R-rated Vader movie. Hasbro won in on it. Maybe. Jason Atreides. Would love to see what Bobby Valley does with Peppa Pig. Although we have a pretty cool one of those big Vanguard vehicles he does. Collect the disconnect. Hello. Oh, Polish Tamales. I'm very familiar with Bobby Valla. He's putting out some cool stuff with his figures and his vehicles. So it's definitely some cool stuff there. Blake. Yes, those movie channels got their audience via rumors and hating on movies and folks behind the scenes, and they now have to keep that up. Yeah, it just didn't seem as much fun, is it? I mean, we don't get the views of those people, but we have a good time every Wednesday on Loud Movie Files. Eric, the HasLab should be called units, not backers. Okay. There are collectors who back the project and get multiple units, but they're one individual backer. Very true. You're right. Andrew B. Is there any actual confirmed word that Hasbro's cutting down on toy making and or any Marvel Legends? Or is it all just he said, she said? Yes, I got you. Where did I have that one? There you go. Andrew right there. No evidence. The Hasbro CEO has announced they will stop making toys. And we knew this a while ago because their movies were not making money. They're not making toy movies. I mean, the toy movies haven't been great. So, although I did really love Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves too. So, I know what happened with that one. I mean, it makes sense for him too. I mean, I think this statues thing is working well for him. Brian P. Yeah, I love all the goofy D-list villains. Marvel Legends is put out. Yeah, I mean, they're awesome. And that's part of the fun. I mean, yeah, anybody can do the A-list characters, but getting those D-list figures, that's what makes it so much fun with this license. Lawson. Now that we've covered all this, when are we getting to Rachel Summers? Dang it, when? Yeah, she was not on that leak list. And, we got Jean and Cyclops in their X Factor looks. We got Banshee in green and yellow. Got Warlock, Rom. I mean, there's some great stuff coming. 2025 looks like it's going to be another great year for Marvel Legends. Blake, I'm painting those jean gray boots, no problem. Don't love it, we'll do it. Jeff, did they say when she's pre-ordering? They haven't yet. Maybe we'll get some more information soon. Rick Cage, Green Lantern Cage, beam it in ×2 technique. Sorry, work. Got Mesco Popeye and Saw Viper. Big Bad Toy Store. Interested to see the scale. Maybe I build massive Saw army. Nice. What? Blake, Robo made a sick custom Rachel Summers hound figure. He found tiny studs from a jewelry making section at a hobby store and put them all over. That sounds cool. Can you send me that link? Up in here. Can't type with a band-aid on my finger. Darn exacto. Vanish Bob, I'm still concerned about the quality of Banshee's underarm wings. Looks like they're printed on just one side. If so, I'm going to go ballistic on Hasbro. I mean, you can. You're not going to change up how they look, but really, I'm a huge Banshee guy. And like when I started reading classic X-Men, I was like, why is this guy not still with the team? He's so cool. He's putting Wolverine in check for Cyclops. And I just like the idea of a guy screaming and yelling as a superpower. It seems so fun and appropriate today's times, right? Let's see. David Thanos. I would say, if anything, Star Wars ends up with Jazzwares since they're making those mini squadrons. You know what? Star Wars is actually really, really close to being a completed line. Sure, we could upgrade and make our next greatest version of insert this version of Luke Skywalker, but if, like, say over the next year, they focused on making the definitive versions of Bespin Luke, probably my most wanted Star Wars figure right now, hyper articulated, so he can actually do butterfly type shoulder effects and poses. That's they're really doing a good job, and they have done a lot of major work on the prequels, on Clone Wars. They still, I mean, I can still rattle off more characters I want, but they've done some good work. Where if I looked at the collection after this year is done, I would go, not bad, guys, not bad. Probably 20 essential figures still. We got Savage Press coming. Nice. We still need a Chancellor Palpatine to go, I am the Senate. But we still got, we're getting really making some headway. So I'm feeling what they're doing. Felix, 7-inch Marvel Multiverse. Man, Felix, can you imagine the outrage from all these collectors who have hated incessantly on the DC Multiverse, then having to buy them from McFarlane and going, oh, I missed the days when Hasbro had the license. We didn't know what we had. That's going to happen. Maurice, I've always thought a contributor to their peg warmer issues, crappy distribution. So tons of stuff piles up and eventually gets sent to Ross Ollie's other. Yeah. I mean, because some places will have multiples of characters like Warbird, and other places will never see that figure. Yeah. Hard act to follow. I think Hasbro will stick with this. The younger groups don't buy toys. It's all digital with them, which makes sense for them to have a more of a digital presence without, because they forget you old fogies. You're going to be out of here and done anyway. We still got some more income to blow. Got retirement checks coming. Jokerized Iron Man, here we come. No, it's going to be Venomized. What are you talking about? No Joker here. Lawson, kids don't play with toys like we did back in the day. They got phones, Steam video games, stream video games, and internet. They don't need action figures, etc. They wouldn't play with them if they had them. Yeah, my nephews don't. Oh man, I used to be able to rely on, for birthdays and Christmas, getting them the Marvel figures, and this is, geez, yeah, it wasn't that long ago. So I was getting them Infinity War stuff. Now they don't even look at action figures. They barely look at Legos. It's just like in their phones. So wild, because it's like watching it happen in semi-real time. Like, what the heck? Meanwhile, I'm like, I went to the store and got some more figures. It's wild. I rock with Drew McIntyre, man. It's my dude. So great. Maurice, my Star Wars Bounty Collection addiction is proof. There's still juice in Mando Grogu. Yeah, I mean, it is. They're not going anywhere around. Ah, there you go. McFarlane should get Marvel Select. Maybe that's what would happen. Lawson, my niece used to look at all the statues and action figures in my studio, and she called it my museum. I told her my father would have called it my monument of foolishness. Very true. Michael Solis, I don't think Hasbro knows what to do with TV movies. They own the Power Rangers, but the only thing that needs to be filmed was the young adult scenes. Everything else is already filmed by the Sentai. Yeah, they were. Oops. And I was surprised it was going so long, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Hard act to follow. I'm the agent of Gen Z. McFarlane should get Marvel Select. That makes a lot of sense. Raheem Young, what's up, Raheem? Will you be collecting Power Rangers Playmates line? What do you want to see from Power Rangers? These Lightning Collection figures are awesome. They have really great posability, and they pretty much match up in scale with other things that I would think about posing them with. So probably not. I mean, I can imagine them being so much better. And Playmates, they haven't really done figure lines that I've been like, oh man, these are so awesome and amazing. What about you though? What do you want to see from it? And will you be collecting them? Also, the problem with Power Rangers, you got to kind of get them in teams. So if they don't finish a team, it's like, oh man, I got red, yellow, and pink, but I didn't get black, I didn't get green. And so it's just a problem, which I think makes that line so hard to do properly, because if you don't get a team completed in a certain amount of time, the normal thing is to keep stretching the team out. But if you do with that one, you run the risk of not completing teams. But let me know what you think, Reem. Jalen says still a little low on lights. I think we need at least 20 more. Come on, people. Show the man some love. That boy good. Good and terrible. Lawson, I've hit the like button. Come on, guys. Do what Jalen asks. Hit the like. Asian and Gen Z, Fresh Monkey Fiction could do really good OG Star Wars stuff. Polished tamales. Like button smash. Thank you. Finish, Bob. Almost forgot. Added my like. Come on, guys. Hit the button. Hit the button. My coworker keeps it in box for display and secondary market purposes. It appreciates higher in box versus open. Are people making much money selling box figures these days? Because I haven't tried to do that in forever. I'm curious about that. Michael Solis. I think the problem with Star Wars is the content, not the figures. Acolyte figures pack the shelves, but the skeleton crew is gone. And Acolyte figures actually look pretty good, but that show, not so much. Asian and Gen Z, Andor is great. I'm looking forward to season 2 of that. Lost and Wild. Star Wars line near completed, Jeff. Where's Lightning Bikini R2D2? Yeah, thought so. Nearly complete? I think not. Maybe it's part of the 20. Whatever happened to the figure arts Grievous? I don't know. They have one coming. Christopher Vose. What's up, Christopher? Sadly, the closest 6 Walmarts to me has 0 G.I. Joe and 1 Marvel Legend figure. That's kind of how mine are. But I blame the quality of the Walmart way more than people buying stuff. If Lego didn't exist, kids wouldn't even know what toys were. Right, Lawson. It is so sad. Felix, TIE Fighter making Marvel Select actually fits a lot. Yeah, it's like, hey, Diamond, this is Todd. Todd, this is Diamond Select. You all should talk. Get comfortable. Yeah, I think that will work really well. We saw the problem for him. Doc Avenger. Not only G.I. Joe, Transformers, Dungeons & Dragons, Magic, ROM, Space Knight, and Micronauts are all IPs that should be making tons of money. ROM should be a movie too. Like, I don't even understand. I mean, you have the Diaries. It's like this major villain, and you got ROM, bam, bam. Come on. That's money. If McFarlane had Diamond Select line, Venom would have cuffs on his wrists for no reason. He'd be a mega fig, but he would be pretty cool. David Thanos. I would say Marvel should stop making movie figures and focusing on finishing teams. I'm sure that movie Falcon figure is going to go straight to clearance. Yeah, it's funny because it's very important for them to have that stuff out before the movie. So when people see the movie or see the TV show, they can go to the store and buy them on their way home. That's how it was back in my day. But what's happened is people aren't loving these movies, and then they buy the figure, and then they're not buying the figures, and they go on clearance. So I don't know. I hope the movie's good. I'm going to see it in a couple weeks early. Maybe I'll have another giveaway. So stay tuned. Let me, it's 9:57. Let's do this. Last time, if you want to be in on this flight risk, hashtag bang bang, about to do the final drawing. Just a few minutes. Hard act to follow. When do we max out large scale vehicles and playsets? That has been a subject lately with Classified, Valverse, and other lines like them. Room is becoming an issue. Well, I know that they don't care about our room. I mean, it's just a matter of figuring out, get some more shelf space, really. Because as long as they're making cool vehicles and stuff, I'm going to have to figure it out. But yeah, I want them to keep doing that. I want a G.I. Joe Classified series whale. Andre, that's one thing that makes me mad at Hasbro for. They really purposely struggled to complete Marvel teams. Raising prices, forgivable. Crappy bodies, forgivable. Incorrect likeness, forgivable. All that's forgivable. And I understand the raising prices. They had those figures at $19.99 for a really, really long time. And I think if they had just gradually done that over the years, we wouldn't be upset about them being $24.99 or, whenever they raise again. Crappy bodies, yeah, I'm with you on that. Incorrect likenesses, that's the one I'm kind of like, no, wrong. You guys have got to get that stuff right. How many times are going to see Marvel Girl in green? And if they go with, hey, we heard you all, here's Marvel Girl in green with her yellow boots, that's going to be lame. So I need them to get that stuff right. David Thanos, if you want kids to buy figures, make cartoons. It worked for me. What cartoons are kids watching these days? It's for the Mark Wahlberg movie. This one here got a couple passes. Well, each winner gets 2 passes. So all you got to do is hashtag bang bang. There you go. Michael Solis. I would love Todd to get the Marvel Select license. I would love to see Iron Man, Platinum Edition, Gold Edition, all the Chase versions. You know he would. Lawson, I'm sawing down walls to fit more toys if they do a classified whale Jeffrey. I gotta have it. Absolutely. Hard act to follow. I want them to make a classified base for both sides before too long. Ditto. Michael Solis. Kids aren't watching cartoons nowadays. They're watching YouTube. I blame the fact that there's no good cartoons anymore. Andre, is there a reason why we don't ever see any of the Gotham show characters ever show up in the McFarlane DC Multiverse toy line? Those are my favorite versions of a lot of DC characters. I love Gotham. I don't know if there's enough demand for figures though, but yeah, I really did like the show. Good deal. All right, well, it's time for the final one. Get started. Here we go. Let's pull it up one more time and see who wins. I'll give you guys 30 more seconds to enter in to it. So right now, hashtag bang bang if you want in on this giveaway. Bang bang also sounds like the name of a song from Great Gatsby. Oli, what's up? Saw a young kid buying a classified figure the other day. Told myself there's still hope for the future. Is it a new hope? Felix, I blame it on the main channels like Fox and we abandoning children's programming. Yeah, man, it was so much appointment TV. I was just like glued to the TV every day after school and every Saturday morning. It's just wild. All right, about to start the giveaway. Let's see where we go. Who's going to win? Got to throw in some sound effect names in there too. Hard act to follow. Congratulations. You've won the final giveaway for the night. There might be a few more for you guys watching Lyle's Figure Files. So, like I told everybody else, now that you've won these passes, how do you get them? Easy. Email me at lylesmoviefiles@gmail.com. Make sure you say, this is Hard Act to Follow, so I can make sure it's you. And there you go. All set. My brother's kids are watching anime. Anime is huge. Nice. Congrats, Hard Act. Congrats, Hard Act to Follow. Absolutely. Thanks for watching. Congrats. It was subconscious. It just swooped right in there on me. Bang bang. Shot me down. Bang bang. Oh yes, that's right. That's not from Great Gatsby. That's from Kill Bill. Volume 1. Love that. All right, let's see here. But listen, just because you didn't get passes tonight, there might be another way to get it. Check the dashboard tomorrow, and we'll see. When is the G.I. Joe giveaway? Next week? Well, it's so funny you asked, Lawson. You all have heard me for the last couple of weeks talk about our G.I. Joe Classified Ferret giveaway. And a few weeks ago, one of our friends of the show was like, hey, it turns out I got an extra ferret. I don't need this. And I would love to contribute it to the channel. Maybe you can do a giveaway. Tell people to come over to Lyle's Movie Files and to subscribe and follow Lyle's Figure Files while they're at it. And so I was like, hey, good friend, this sounds like an awesome idea. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So February 6th at 8 p.m., we're not doing the giveaway at 8 p.m. Spoiler. It's going to be somewhere later on in the show, but we are going to do the giveaway for the Cobra Ferret. And looking forward to doing it. And while we're here, while we're at it, let's give a big round of applause to the channel member who made this all happen. Lawson Wallace. Let's give it up for Lawson. thank you so much for volunteering this Cobra Ferret, putting it up for everybody here in our giveaway coming up next Thursday. Again, thank you so much, Lawson. Really appreciate that. And get ready, everybody. Blake, thank you for the graphics. 8 p.m. is just so everyone tunes into the beginning of the show and doesn't miss out on all the fun. Absolutely. Thanks, Lawson. Indeed. Thank you, my friend. Oh, well, why not? Let's do a second giveaway also. A Roadblock and Tripwire Tiger Force 2-pack. Tiger Force. Why not? So, you want to do that next week or you want to do it the week after? Show a little love for Valentine's Day. Let's do that. So, we'll do the Cobra Ferret on February 6th. And then, of course, doing my math right, February 13th, it'll be your lucky day. Maybe this can be your Valentine's Day present. A little early one. We're going to do the Tiger Force Roadblock and Tripwire, courtesy of our friend Lawson Wallace. Please make sure to thank Lawson. Lawson, hey man, if you want to put everybody hip to following you on Instagram too, because you have some amazing drawings and all that good stuff, and we should make sure to let everyone get that out there. Jeff, you haven't posted the graphic everywhere, so you get many new subscribers. I'm going to do it again tonight. But yeah, thank you for that reminder. Thanks, Lawson. Let you guys meet it. Tiger. Yep, of course. I mean, can you do that without hearing that? Uppercut. Yes. Thank you, homie. Absolutely. So let's do this. We'll figure this out. I'm going to work in a way so everybody who watched tonight can get some special bonus creds for the big Ferret giveaway. I got to figure that out, but maybe I'll just throw in a couple more slots in there. We're going to do a big wheel next time. So we'll see. I'll make sure I can kind of do that. Just a special thank you for watching tonight. And Lawson, I had no idea I was creating that graphic for your generous contribution. Nice. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Love this community you guys make. Thursday, so much fun. I had another topic I was going to talk about, which it's late now and I need to wind it down for another day of work. But stay tuned for that video and maybe another chance for more giveaways. But thank you all so much for rolling with me on this Thursday night. It was so much fun talking about why there's no need to push the panic button. Let's just keep collecting those Hasbro figures that we're enjoying for 2025 and beyond. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have an awesome Friday. And we're still figuring out what we're going to do for our movie watch along on February 8th. So stay tuned for that. For now, this episode of Loud's Figure Files has been filed.